one.
Here we go.
This is K-Pop Korner. Welcome to this week's episode of K-Pop Korner. I'm your host, Adam Riley, and I'm going to be with you for the next 60 minutes, bringing you some amazing Korean music, as ever, as well as another exclusive interview. This week we have Love X Stereo, an amazing indie band that's been around for several years, rocking the circuit. And finally, we have them on the show. We have lead singer Annie, giving us a fantastic interview later on. This is K-Pop Korner, Europe's one and only show dedicated to the world of Korean music. And we're going to start things off with 4 great songs by Love X Stereo. 2 from their EP in 2011, Buzzin'. You'll hear High Road and Ocean Breeze from that. And then you'll hear Soul City and Chain Reaction from their 2012 EP, Off the Grid. Enjoy this cracking show. These songs are amazing. And then straight after that, we'll jump straight into the interview with Annie.
Hey, this is Annie from Love X Stereo, and you are listening to K-Pop Korner with Adam Riley on Turquoise Radio.
you're suffering a lot. You just need to show us what you've got. Lost in space, you're wandering so far. It's better than not knowing who you are.
more music with more music variety. More next.
You're listening to K-Pop Korner with your host Adam Riley, right here on turquoiseradio.com, bringing the best of Korean music to the rest of the world. Okay, you just heard 4 great songs from Love X Stereo's back catalogue. The first 2 you heard were High Road and Ocean Breeze from 2011's EP Buzzin', and following up that was Soul City and Chain Reaction from the Off the Grid EP in 2012. And now it's time for what you've all been waiting for. It's the interview with Annie from Love X Stereo. Give her a warm welcome. Hi Annie, and welcome to the show. It's great to have you on. I'm really pleased that you could take the time to join me. To start off with, can you just let me know what each member's role is in the group? Between you and Sol and Toby. And also, how about your name? Where did the name come from, the group name? And how do you pronounce it? I know that might sound strange, but we'll have many listeners that aren't aware of your group. So is it Love X Stereo? Is it Love Times Stereo? Is it Love Kiss Stereo? I'm not sure, so please enlighten us.
Hi, my name is Annie. I do vocals and synthesizers, and Toby plays guitars. He does the overall producing, and Sol plays bass and other percussions. And it's called Love X Stereo, so it's Love X Stereo, and well, it means, love goes both ways. We wanted to use the word love in stereo, and we realized there's a band called Love Stereo, and we decided to put an X and make it sound more interesting and has more meaning into it, so it's called Love X Stereo.
Okay, now every group has someone that's very calm and level-headed, and there are also those that are quite mischievous. So I'm wondering, out of your group, who is the calmest member and who is the most mischievous, or maybe naughty even? Someone that likes doing pranks and things like that.
I think most of our band members are pretty calm and serious, I think. That doesn't make that we don't have any fun once in a while, but I don't think we ever play pranks and stuff. We take music very seriously, I think, more than other bands. I don't know. I think when we get loose, I think it's on stage. We get loose and have a lot of fun on stage, but most of the time's pretty calm, I think.
Nowadays, in this world of manufactured pop, it's very rare to meet people that actually do their own music. But what about your group? You're an independent group? You work hard? Do you write all of your own songs? Do you write as a group? Or is there one person that particularly focuses on the writing and someone on the music? Or do you sometimes get other people involved, another group of writers perhaps? Any collaborations with famous songwriters?
We're very independent in that way. We write all of our songs by ourselves. We record all of our songs. We release all of our songs by ourselves. And that way our band is really, really independent. I guess, a lot of people in this music industry are very independent these days, more than in the past, because, you can do music anywhere you want, because you can do home recording is so easier these days, and if you want to go for it, you can go all the way. So I guess it's not that hard than it used to be. Most of our songs come out of a single idea, like a guitar riff that Toby makes, or a rhythm, a slightly simple rhythm, and then we add lyrics into it. And most of the songs we write is from me and Toby. Toby gives the general idea, I put the lyrics, and that's how we add and collaborate as a band, and that's how our songs come out that way.
What do you normally look to for inspiration when actually writing songs? Is it a case of one of those where you can look outside and you see a bird flying through the sky and suddenly words pop into your head? Or do you really have to sit down and brainstorm?
Well, it depends, I guess. Most of the ideas from the lyrics come from our surroundings. We don't want to force to make a song that has to be written in a certain way. I think we make songs when we feel like it and it feels natural. So, whenever we see a certain news headlines or somebody's friend's story about it, any kind of episodes that are around us, it can be anything, and that's how we write songs.
When did your group debut, and how much have things changed since you actually debuted? In terms of your group, how it's changed itself, your style of music, and how do you think the music industry has changed in general?
Well, we debuted in late 2011. We used to be a punk rock band, so we did have that punk-ish feeling into our music, but we wanted to have this basic idea how alternative rock music can meet electro music. And we want to, mix it up, trying to find interesting chords and sounds. And we added a lot of stuff that we liked from the 90s, from the 80s, synth pop, 70s psychedelic, and we try to mix it up, make it sound simple but grand. And that's the way we're going right now. I think the music industry itself is developing because media is changing. Like Psy in 2013 was a cultural phenomenon because he's on the opposite side of the world, but all of a sudden he's a YouTube star and you can do whatever you want. So the media is changing, so the industry itself is changing, and everything you can do with music is all DIY. So I think there are a lot of people who are trying to do good music. There are no limitations. So I think that way independent artists can have a chance to meet their goals. It's easier than ever, I think.
What do you think makes your group different from other bands? What is your unique identity?
I think our unique identity should be the sound, because we focus so much on the sound. Even though we're just a trio, wherever we play, like in a very small place to a very, very big, huge stage on a festival or something like that, we can do both and make the sound grand. And I think that's our biggest strength so far.
Do you still play any of the old Screw Attack songs when you go on tour for those faithful fans that have followed you since day one?
Well, we never play Screw Attack songs. If Screw Attack ever comes back, then probably yes, but as Real Love Exterior, we're never going to play Screw Attack songs, sorry.
What was it like when you first joined Toby in the band? Did it take some time to adapt to working with someone new? And were there ever any big disagreements?
We fight all the time to make good songs, I guess. But, we're a good team, so I guess it works.
Do you actually stay in contact with any of the former group members?
Do stay in contact with the former group members, yeah.
Nowadays, staying at the top of the popularity rankings is really difficult. You have to work so hard to fight against all those manufactured groups that I mentioned earlier. The manufactured pop that gets on all the TV shows, all the dramas and all that. So, what sort of activities do you do to keep your group at the forefront of everyone's attention? Have you ever considered acting, perhaps, Annie? Would you say you're a good actress? Get yourself up there on the silver screen, strut your stuff.
I will never do acting, ever, never, because I'm such a bad actress. No, I think the pop industry and what we're trying to do is pretty different. And I don't think that they are a competition in a way. I just feel like we should do the best in our own way and make good songs, and I think that's it. Try your best, make the best you can do, and go for it. And I don't think I need to, compete with any of these, major pop stars at all. Especially if you're referring to K-pop. Hell no.
Yujin Lim, aka Neon Bunny, or Yakwang Toki, perhaps, does all her management on her own. She responds to all her fan mail, does everything herself, basically. Must be very, very tiring for her to do this. But do you think there's an advantage to this sort of self-management style, rather than always getting wrapped up in record labels and having strict managers that tell you what to do?
Well, I've never had any strict managers ever, so I couldn't compare. I don't know how it feels, so I really don't know, but I can't compare, I guess. But, being independent, the best thing is, I guess, being independent. You can do whatever you want. The biggest down point is that you don't have enough money to to get there, and you don't have any support, which sucks. But I don't know, I think being independent doesn't mean that we don't want any record labels, contracts or anything. We wish to have that, but I think we're on the way to get it. It's going to take a while, and we have to prove ourselves so they don't feel like, they're losing money. Don't you think?
Okay, Annie, it's hard to ignore. There is this worrying trend in Korea that plastic surgery now is an everyday occurrence. You go down the shops, you buy a loaf of bread, and on the way back, you have your nose done. That's how it seems at the moment, anyway. But what do you think about this trend? Do you think it's worrying, or does it not bother you at all? Do you think it's fine? Do you think it's actually helping people, maybe? And, of course, you must feel very blessed to have such natural beauty.
Well, I wouldn't mind if people want to do plastic surgery. It's their choice, so I wouldn't mind. But I think it's weird if you're a high school student and you graduate and half of your class has new eyelids done or new nose jobs. I think that's pretty weird. I think it's sad because, the society tells you that you're not good enough. It's just wrong, I think. I mean, I never felt like I needed plastic surgery. I had a lot of people suggesting me to fix my nose, redo my teeth. I considered it a little, I wouldn't lie, but I just don't want to change myself. I would rather be myself as it is. I guess it has goods and bads like any other thing. I do feel a little sad. That's my honest feeling.
Oh, by the way, short red hair. Your favourite hair colour and style, perhaps? Or do you regularly change that, depending on your mood?
I'd like to change my color every once in a while, but I don't have any dyeing skills, or I don't have enough money to do that. But I think, red works for me right now, so I'm just trying to go for it.
Do you have a favourite K-pop band, or even a K-pop solo singer? And do you prefer the current trend of the sexy style, or do you like things like A-Pink who keep it cute? And what are your thoughts on working with a K-idol as a guest star, a guest singer perhaps? Annie, would you like to sing with G-Dragon perhaps?
G-Dragon pays me, I will. Yeah, why not? But I would say I really don't know anything about K-pop. I don't have any favorites. I think Kara was cute 3 years ago. That's all I can say.
Okay, out of all the songs that your group's done, what are some of your favourites? What would you recommend to the listeners today?
I'd say Flyover, because that's the song that most people's reaction is really good. We had a very positive feedback, and especially our music video directed by Baki, who is a very creative visual artist. Because of her video, we had a lot of chance to get a lot of positive responses, and I think that song easily captured our mood, what we're like, what our songs are like, and get into our music. It's a really good example, so I recommend Flyover.
What are your plans for a Korean comeback? When can we expect a new single release, or a new full album release, or anything like that, even an EP?
Our new single called Hide and Seek, and we're gonna release our new EP around December or next year, January, so that's gonna be fun.
Many groups, many bands that I interview, they often like to practice by singing English songs because they know it appeals to their international fans, so it's a great thing to do for their popularity. Do you do this when you go on tour? Do you sing any English songs? Are there any particular favourites of yours that you like doing cover versions of? Maybe doing a rock version of Material Girl by Madonna, or something by Blondie, maybe? I'm always intrigued to see what English songs that people pick as their cover tracks.
We did a lot of covers before, not only English songs, but Korean songs as well. All of our cover songs are on our SoundCloud, so you can listen to any of it. Like, most of the cover songs, you can download it right away. It's free, so if you want to get it, you can, download it. We done 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins. We've done Wave of Mutilation of Pixies. Our version of playing that is on YouTube. We did it for Impact 89 FM, so you can track that down and listen to it. It's really calm and soothing, I think. And we done Mr. Jo Young-pil's song called Kum before. There are a lot of cover songs. Recently, we covered Safe and Sound by Capital Cities. And that song is actually featured in a cover album called Indigo's Pop, and it's on iTunes right now, so you can listen from there too.
What Western singer or group would you actually like to collaborate with?
New Order, definitely.
You have quite a large following outside of Korea. Does this surprise you? Or is it one of those where you're like, of course we do. We do a lot of work. People should pay more attention to us. I'm intrigued though. Why do you think your style appeals so much to a Western audience?
Well, it's very simple because our band was actually made to be international. When we were in this punk rock band called Screw Attack, we felt like it's like a dead end. Like, we can't go any further of this. We decided to make something new and just change everything. And while we do that, why don't we make our band very professional, international indie band? We had a very conceptual idea of what we wanted to be as members of Love Exterior. So we all knew that most of the Korean fans won't follow us up, but we instantly knew that our music will work outside more than here in Korea. So it's very natural for us to have overseas following. That's the way we're trying to be. So I hope we can tour a lot of countries, not just in the States. We want to go to Europe as well. And, hopefully head to all of these countries and meet all of our fans all over the world. That's just our dream.
You've visited many places on tour. What has been the most enjoyable or the most memorable place that you've gone to? And what new places would you like to visit? Are you going to come to the UK? Please come to the UK. I definitely want to meet you. We can do a follow-up interview. It'd be great to see you perform over here. There are many locations that you can go to that are cost-effective as well.
I think so far our best place to perform was CMJ in New York. Yeah, CMJ Music Marathon was really an eye-opening showcase festival. Overall, New York is just lovely, and we all like the busyness and all the structure and all the people who are very vibrant. It was a really great experience. And I guess our band really loves Detroit right now because we had a very great time in that area, and we had a couple of shows there. And I think the audience are very, very nice and very into our music, so it was really great. We love to play there anytime. We'd like to go anywhere, basically. Like, we'd never tried Japan before. If possible, we'd like to go there. And of course, we want to go to the UK. Are you kidding me? I mean, if we had a chance to play in, like, Glastonbury, it'll be awesome. I'd love to be there as well, if we had a chance. And maybe if we had like flight support and we're big enough to, tour Europe, then it'll be great.
When you are not working yourself to the bone, what do you like to do in your spare time?
I think me and Toby likes to hang out with other fellow musicians, have a drink, and gossip, and talk about music. We used to like to bike a lot around the river. We should do that again. We really like to listen to new stuff. We are always online listening to new indie music that's not on the charts but are on the way. Like, we like to, discover new sound, and we also like to listen to old sounds as well, so that's what we do.
To be truly classed as a rock band, you have to do some crazy things. Have you done any crazy things, Annie? Have any of the other members of the group done anything crazy when you've been touring?
I think last year tour, our North American tour, was crazy itself. Because to think of it, we performed like 23 gigs during 46 days, but we had no serious connection. We did have a little government funding. We did had our social funding, and that's just about it. We'd done the tour all by ourselves. So as a unknown Korean independent rock band to go overseas and do stuff all by themselves was pretty crazy. I've never seen any band ever do that in Korea. I mean, I think we're the only one who did that crazy thing so far without support, especially if you're not an American. Yeah, I think we're the only ones.
What sort of video game would you like to do? What do you think would be best suited to your group? And what sort of movie would you like to star in?
Video game? I don't know. I'd like to have an app of our own. Yeah, why not? Movie, like a classic documentary would be good. Like Sound City. That'll be awesome.
Okay, thank you for answering all these questions. If you've got any final messages for your fans, please say it now.
We have a website called loveextereo.com. You can come and see videos, photos of us, and upcoming schedules. Of course, we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're recently using a lot of Instagram these days. And all the socials, like MySpace. Yeah, we have all of those, so try to follow us and keep up with us. And our new EP will be around December or next January, so keep up with us. And our music is all on iTunes, and you can listen also on SoundCloud. You can actually download the cover songs that I mentioned before, so yeah. And also follow our YouTube as well. We have lots of crazy videos up there, and hope you like our music. Thanks.
Playing the music you love.
We all know this one, but K-pop is more than just Gangnam Style. Join me, Adam Riley, on K-Pop Korner to listen to some of the best of Korean pop. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. UK time and 1 p.m. EST. With the repeats Fridays 9 p.m. EST and Saturdays 2 a.m. UK time. Make sure that you tune in. Right here on Turquoise Radio. Okay, maybe we'll have a little bit more Psy, if you ask nicely.
I'm a motherfucker gentleman.
Thanks once again to Annie from Love X Stereo for that really cool interview. Lots of great details in there, I'm sure you'll agree. We're going to finish off the show with 4 more songs by Love X Stereo, one of them being Flyover, which Annie recommended in the interview, as well as 2 other songs from the 2013 EP, Glow, Lose to Win, and Crossing Rivers. And then we'll finish off with the brand new song, their upcoming single, Hide and Seek. This version you'll hear is an extremely awesome live performance that took place recently on Balcony TV and will be included on their next EP album, which is due in December or January next year. We can't wait. Enjoy these songs, and don't forget K-Pop Korner, that's Corner with a K. You can check for updates on facebook.com or twitter.com/K-Pop Korner UK, or you can listen to the show every Tuesday 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time over on turquoiseradio.com, with a repeat on Fridays 9 p.m. Eastern in the US, Saturday 2 a.m. in the UK, which is 10 a.m. in Korea and Japan. Have a great week. We'll catch you again soon.